Hey everyone, Desmond here for Plus 10 Damage, coming to you from beautiful Vancouver, British Columbia, with my review of Uncanny X-Men, Days of Future Past. Just in time for the blockbuster summer movie season, Glitchsoft released Uncanny X-Men, Days of Future Past for the iOS. You'll take on a multitude of Sentinels in this 2D platformer beat-em-up that, for people old enough to remember, is eerily reminiscent of the 16-bit X-Men game for the Sega Genesis. From the outset, the developers at Glitchsoft stressed that there are virtually no in-app purchases whatsoever in this game, and that every unlockable is available via standard gameplay progression. Deciding not to jump on the microtransaction bandwagon is a rare move for such a high-profile piece of intellectual property, and I commend Glitchsoft for going this route. Based on the classic two-issue Marvel comic storyline released back in the 1980s, Uncanny X-Men starts out strong. The writing is fairly decent comic book flair at the beginning, and for the most part it's tolerable. You start out the game as everyone's favorite claw-wielding hero, Wolverine, as he rushes to a secret meeting with the dwindling mutant resistance. After a few stages, the game then switches to Kitty Pryde's perspective as she battles her way through gang-filled subways to meet Wolverine. The game does a decent job of capturing the feel of a wrecked dystopian future where mutants and humans are subjugated alike, while at the same time creating a half-decent sense of mystery and urgency. Players are not stuck just switching between the two X-Men though. Up to 5 characters are available to unlock during the game, each with their own unique moves and abilities. So I've played a lot of games on my iPad now, and I've tried out a lot of different virtual controls. Nearly all of them are downright atrocious, or passable at best, and most successful developers will come up with clever ways to avoid them entirely. But this isn't the case with Uncanny X-Men. The controls are actually really good and function surprisingly well. The various special moves of each individual mutant are very easy to pull off. Now, I'm a really big fan of comic book covers and I love everything about them. The artwork is usually drawn with fantastic detail to catch your eye, and I like how they capture and convey the tone of an issue all in one frame. Collectibles in the game range from character bios to concept art and classic X-Men comic book covers. Although you can collect up to 25 classic X-Men comic book covers hidden throughout the stages, it's really unfortunate that you can't zoom in and really get a good look at the details. What you end up with is an average-looking medium-sized thumbnail when you could probably just Google a better and higher resolution picture of the same cover. It's a missed opportunity by Glitchsoft. So far, all of this is sounding not too bad, isn't it? Decent controls, good combat, multiple characters to choose from, no microtransactions. Well, I hate to break it to you, but around the halfway mark is where Uncanny X-Men takes a nosedive. What starts out as a satisfactory video game experience soon becomes riddled with unfinished graphical textures and plagued with bizarre slowdown that is really disappointing after a very strong opening. The writing goes from tolerable camp at first, but then devolves into sour, phoned-in cliches very quickly. But out of all these game-breaking elements that suddenly pop up halfway through Uncanny X-Men, perhaps the biggest offender of all are the dinosaurs. The game goes from fighting future punks and deadly robot sentinels to weird butterflies and stiff velociraptors. I can almost hear how these meetings go. We got nothing left to put in the game. What do we do? I don't know, people like dinosaurs, don't they? Yeah, that's great. Let's put in dinosaurs. In the end, Uncanny X-Men starts out strong and shows a lot of promise. With plenty of characters to choose from, it's tempting to go back and replay some of the levels. But overall, the whole game just feels unfinished, and it's about 4 or 5 stages too long. I give Uncanny X-Men Days of Future Past a 5.5 out of 10. Well, that's it everyone. I hope you enjoyed this review. It's a beautiful day here. And if you want to check out any other awesome reviews or articles, please check out plus10damage.com. Let me know what you think of the review in the comments below, and until next time, game on.